Yeah, let me make one Discord announcement. We should be live though.
That's cool. We got a nice little scroll message at the bottom.
Yeah, we got 2 giveaways today, thanks to Ben and Bourbon. So shout outs to Bourbon.
Oh, bourbon's cool. Yeah, it's like bourbon or
Yeah,
whatever.
he
Yeah,
gave
that's
us
nice.
11/11/22 because that's the date of the next mint. So
Nice,
yeah,
which is sick.
11/11/22. That's our date.
yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
So
Yeah, looking
anybody who's
forward
just
to it.
joining, I'll be there in a sec, just making one announcement.
Okay. I see we went live already, right?
Yep.
All right. Yeah.
What's up, Tink?
I'll share my little story then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was just telling Atlanick and now Cleanup and the rest of the audience here. My little nephew is having his first birthday in just a few weeks on November 15th. So I went out to get him some gifts. Now I don't have a car, I have a bicycle. So I went to the mall, bought him some stuff. I came back with 3 big plastic bags. And 2 of them were on the handlebar, and the third was too big. It couldn't even fit there. So I held it in hand on my right side. With one hand, I'm holding the bicycle. Now, I forgot that the only available hand was the front brake. So I'm almost home at this point, and then this woman comes crossing over the zebra crossing. I'm like, oh no, I need to hit the brake. I hit the brake, the front brake, and I just topple over, on the street, with all the gifts, and it was an uncomfortable situation. I'm a bit hurting, but other than that, I'm fine.
I'm glad you're good, man. That's crazy though. You came out pretty well for flipping over on a bike,
Yeah, true.
So how are you doing today? Cleanup? No accidents?
Yeah. No crosswalk incidents for me. Just sick. Kind of sound like Ducky right now, so it's like, well, great. But yeah, I work today, and then just excited to hear about what my fox is going to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of new people.
Crutchpipe predicted that foxes will moon, so we'll see.
So there are a bit of new people in the space, so I'm not going to assume that everybody knows Bad Fox Motorcycle Club, but Ben, do you want to give a little introduction to what Bad Fox Motorcycle Club is?
Yeah, sure. Bad Fox Motorcycle Club is a community-driven project. We started off back in February, just a team of 3. We started working on the art. I did most of the planning of the roadmap, utilities. Our wide roadmap is basically divided into 2 areas. You have the fund redistribution area, and then you have the meta era. So the fund redistribution is for Fox and motorcycle holders. And after the motorcycle event, there will be a burn event, which that would lead into the meta era. Now, everyone holding a Fox and motorcycle, everyone earns royalties. Certain collectors of trade sets will be able to earn clay tokens. We have 3 different partners for non-custodial staking with their tokens. So Foxes can be staked to earn society token, Exonium, Mad Dog token. And because it's non-custodial, you can stake all these in parallel. That's pretty much a very short summary for the fund redistribution phase. Things keep adding over time. We've had many giveaways like Clay Nation, Good Charlottes, and Pitches. We had maybe 10 weeks of OG Bear giveaways. We had 5 weeks of random raffles to certain trade holders. It's crazy. We always find different ways of giving back. But that's just a short summary. I'd be looking forward to expand more into within our interview.
Awesome. Thank you, man. And like it's scrolling down in the bottom, I just want to let everybody know, thanks to Ben, we have 2 Bad Foxes to give away on stream. And let me share my screen. Present. So these 4 foxes I will be giving away 2 of them in Discord, 1 to holders and 1 to anybody who joins the Discord. It'll be raffled off, and then 2 will be given away today. And that'll be done a little bit later, and I'll explain how that works when we get to that segment. But
Awesome.
yeah, so if you don't know Bad Fox Motorcycle Club, these are what they look like. There is a male and a female. And Ben, if I'm correct, if you have a male and a female, is there going to be breeding or pairing of some sort?
No, there won't be breeding or pairing. First of all, it's the male and female are 50-50, so it's half-half. But what you will be able to do with male and female is burn them. So we would have our upcoming event is obviously the motorcycle, which is on 11/11. Now that's half the Fox supply. So if you take the Fox supply, right, you have 2 different genders, and then you have the motorcycles. That's 3,000 of each. So you should, if you choose to burn, you burn 1 of each, and then you'll get the 3D key. And if there was 100% burn rate, then there's only a maximum of 3,000 keys. If you don't choose to burn and you hold your Foxes and motorcycles, you still earn rewards for those. Royalties are for life. Tokens are as long as we are still partnered with said projects. And if you do choose to burn, then with the key, you will get free airdrops to our metaverse avatar collections. The 3D Fox is ready. We're already testing their rigging and animation with the OG Bears team. We have a Fox collection coming up after the 3D Fox. We've purchased Cornucopia's assets, for example, about 73 javelins, which include 3 mythics, 10 legendaries, 15 rares. Just 1 mythic is 7,000 ADA. So as a key holder, you'll be able to rent those for free. So we have lots of stuff planned coming up. Now, there's something that we might also change later, but we first want to see how successful the burn event is. If there's a high burn rate, we might include keys in the royalty drops. That all depends on how much is burned. Because if there's only few burned and there are more Foxes and motorcycles, there's no point in distributing them to key holders as well.
Gotcha.
And this is one of the rare collections where I actually really like the female version. You know, it seems like it was based on male traits, and then it was tacked on to like a female body, so they were put on a dress or something like that, and it still looks like a dude. Or, you know, this one you can tell deliberately that, you know, there are female traits in there, and they do look very, very good. And so I still have mine. I have a female, a male, and I'm waiting for. You can get a Vespa, right? Or like yeah, which is cool. Like a lot of people crap on Vespas. I see that you have a Harley Davidson like desk back there. I like Vespas. I think they're like funny.
Oh,
like,
you mean this?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see that.
Well, if you want to see the Vespas, they're already on the website. You can check the trade catalog for the motorcycle collection.
Yeah, I saw it in Discord, I want to say, and yeah, it looked pretty cool.
Yeah, let's go check them out.
He's got like
so
50.
we have 10 different models, and we have an approximate of 180 traits. That includes 97 skins. So what you now are seeing are the 97 different skins for the 10 different models. And on the very top of the page, of course, there are other categories where you can find individual traits. Each trait is, of course, unique to a bike model. Now you see the bicycle over there? That is Champ Medici's 101. It is a bicycle, but technically, if you would click on the right category, then you would find that it has an engine. So it's a motorized bike. You can click on the category that says right, and you will find the engine over there. See, so on the left, that is the engine attached to Champ's bicycle.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So these are going to be.
You can see it.
Are these going to be the assets that you'll see in game?
In game, no, these motorcycles, like the Foxes, they participate in the fund redistribution era.
Okay.
Once you burn and you have a key, then we enter the meta era. So for that, we drop in individual collections for free, of course, to key holders. So as I mentioned, 3D Fox, Vox Fox. After the avatars, we want to start working on 3D models of the bikes as well. But that's a bit later. The 2D Foxes and 2D bikes, they're not avatars. They're not going to be in any games of sorts. They participate in fund redistributions. For us as a team, those two collections were an investment that allowed us to develop the rest of the roadmap. So for that reason, we give back to those that helped us invest. And that's why they participate in fund redistributions.
Okay. And with these bikes, are there going to be any rarities that make any sort of difference as far as like staking or anything like that?
We took that away with the Foxes, and we're going to keep the same method with the bikes. We prefer to have all holders earn equally. There's no difference between a floor and a rare, except for bragging rights. But particularly motorcycles, they will be earning extra in royalty rewards, because what we now announced just 2 days ago is a huge change in our royalty distribution system. Until this point, we announced 80% of the royalty shares to 100% of holders equally. But that meant Fox holders earn for Fox policy ID, and motorcycle holders would have earned for the motorcycle policy ID. That is no longer relevant. What we did is combine the pools, so both policy IDs are in one pool. If you own a Fox, that is 1 share, of course, and then if you own a motorcycle, that is 2 shares. So if you have 6,000 Foxes, 3,000 motorcycles, that totals to 12,000 shares. Okay, so the entire pool, 80% of that is divided by 12,000 shares, where a motorbike is equal to, of course, the 12,000 shares is pre-burn event. Once they start burning, the shares reduce. Of course, price per NFT increases with that as well. Now, it's also important to mention that not only did we combine the Fox and motorcycle policies into one pool, but we also decided to add any future collection to the same pool. So royalties earned from key sales, 3D Fox sales, Vox Fox sales, all these royalties will put in the same pool, given back to the OG Fox and motorcycle holders. So it's all connected.
Got you. Okay. Is there a favorite motorcycle that you like in here?
I think I like the lowrider best, to be honest. That's the one, exactly this one with the transparent tank. Yeah.
This one right here, the spider web and the bones.
From the right. That one. If you click the one that says transparent tank, the one to its right. Yeah, I think that is my favorite motorcycle and skin. Now, this skin really reminds me of the Fox spacesuit, with the aquarium on its chest. So that's why I really like this one. But yeah, there are many
I gotta find that one. Is it called aquarium?
Just a spacesuit.
Oh, a spacesuit.
Just a spacesuit. Yeah. You have male and female, so that's female and that's male, exactly.
Oh, okay. Oh, I like that.
So you see, it has a little aquarium.
Yeah. No, this is sick.
So, what is it like developing in a bear market? Because a lot of people, this might be their first bear market. Describe like maybe some of the trials and tribulations of developing in a bear market such as this.
Oh, I have to be honest. Nothing is sure. Every day, there are different reasons to be stressed or worried. But we continue building and developing. And the fact that the community is there to support and contribute, it just makes things way, way, way easier during the bear market. Because You know, I remember when we went out for the Fox Mint, I was very nervous, you know, just entering the bear market, a new project dropping. I wasn't even sure we were going to sell out, you know. I was trying to make backup plans. What would happen if? But we sold out in 36 hours, which was impressive. But that never put me on a spot where, okay, you can obviously sell out these as well. That's never been the case. In fact, we've always been trying to add more value, because I still feel the nervous kind of feeling I had before the Fox Mint. I guess it just is so in the bear market, that nothing is sure. You always be nervous, but sorry, as long as you keep on delivering and keep on adding value in different ways, people, well, they'll stick with you, and the community is real and genuine and always has been. And right now we have a new community manager, 4042, which is doing a lot for Bad Fox. He's doing all sorts of, you know, visual arts. He's doing music arts. He's going on Twitter Spaces. It's crazy. And before he was community manager, he did those things as community member. So just to point out these facts, community is important. With bear, without bear. But yeah, I just think you just have to keep on delivering. That's it. Also, every time we talked about something, there were things that we were sure they were coming, so we could have announced them way before time. You know, transparency, people can prepare, they know what's coming up. But then there are things that we are unsure of, and we mention them, while, of course, pointing out the fact that it may not happen. So remember in the very beginning, we talked about trying to collaborate with projects like I think the Vox Society at the time. But then things shifted, and we partnered with Dot Dot Labs instead. So yeah, it was just an example of how things can change. But keep on building. Yeah, I don't know. There's no real advice for how to go through a bear market, you know.
I feel that it's stressful, you know, from investors' point of views, and you know, I feel for the investors that are kind of like spamming. Like, it is annoying, but it's also like it is their money too, and it's stressful. It's like I put in all this money, you know, and the bear market's happening. Like, I don't even know, because I would expect the market in CNFTs to go down. And just because of the bear market, you know, everything has ETH, Solana, and the fact that Cardano's NFTs are doing very, very well right now it's you know, a miracle. Honestly, it's crazy.
Yeah. I've actually off topic a bit. I've been taking a bit of profits lately, and I doubled my clay assets.
Let's go. What did you take profits on? If you don't want to say, that's cool.
Oh, well, I could say, because I still hold a few of each, right? But I took profits on a few mallards. I took profits on wait, I need to check my JPEG activity.
Did you own
Mallards
any
was my
apes?
main profit. No, unfortunately not. That's the thing with Ape Society. I did not get them when they minted. I did not get them when they were on the few hundreds. I remember the time when just at the start, BitBoy, not BitBoy, sorry, Justin DZ had this video about Ape Society. They mentioned one, not bad thing, but they said one thing, and like they said, we don't like how some trades, you know, are too repetitive or something like that. And well, they got some feedback back from the community, feedback which obviously the team wasn't happy with. And then they put out another video saying, oh, we don't want anything to do with this community anymore. We'll just watch it moon from the sidelines. Now, that kind of got to many people's heads at the time, right? Which is what made Ape Society, I guess, stronger today. It's because it was able to deal with such, I wouldn't say hate, but negative publicity. And as soon as they started going, you know, to the 1.2K just before the pump. I was looking at it. I was saying, okay, maybe I should get one. But then went to 2K. I said, okay, no, I think I missed out. And then went to 5K. I said, okay, now it's definitely, I can't buy at this point. There's no way. And then it went to 15K. I was like, okay, now I have to get one. But I don't have money for it. So then I took profits. And then I saw the floor dropping. So I was like, okay, you know what? We'll wait a bit more. And then I was like impatient. And I put it all in Clay Nation.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, I took a little bit of profits too, not on anything too crazy, maybe like one or two things. You know, I minted Lunatics thanks to cleanup. I sold out around like 97, 117, and then 200 range, just like one of each at the 200 range. So I still hold 6, but yeah, they're coming down. There's actually, we had a lot of volume come in. Like, let's go look at Open CNFT real quick.
Yeah, we had an all-time high.
And this market check is sponsored by our sponsor today, Starbucks. Okay. Right now for the next 5 seconds, you can get a free Frappuccino. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you, sponsor Starbucks. And, it can't. Oh man.
Yeah, you can't see nothing with the blur.
I think you have to put your hand behind it.
Hey,
or something.
It's 28 ounces.
We don't do free advertising around here. All right, get out of here.
We had to blur it out. That's probably YouTube censorship right there. You can't have a brand on there.
But yeah, the volume that's coming in is pretty crazy. It obviously is going to die off and has been dying off. So I'm just worried.
It won't. I can assure you, it will not die off. No. This pump, what you see here, this is liquidity coming in after the whole Solana trouble, right? With Magic Eden cutting off their royalties and stuff like that. That's what triggered this. But this is not the end of the catalyst. Before this pump, before CNFT Con, Cardano Thor had an interview with multiple people, big names going on to CNFT Con. Cornucopias was on it and stuff like that. But Blake Log, CEO of JPEG Store, was there as well. And he said that he can't talk into detail because he's under an NDA. But he said that in the coming next months, there are some big people going to come into space and it's going to trigger a catalyst, even though in a bear market. Now, I thought this was this. But then I heard Blake Log talk in the space just last week and say that it's going to happen in November. Funny enough, Charles Hoskinson is now also speaking about how big November is going to be, okay? I do not know what's happening, but November is going to be bigger than what we probably have seen just now in October. I mean, not to try and make any FOMO, but this is just things that are, big names talking about things. Charles, Blake, when they mention these things, I'm not staying blind to it, you know what I mean? I just go all in.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I was going to say, I'm not sure if it's going to drop off like this, but, it normally has in the past. When you see a bunch of volume come in, it normally does. So, just playing it a little safer, maybe in the next following week or two, it might. But yeah, even if that wasn't a catalyst in the future, we're all here because we believe the long term, right? So it's nothing to panic about. It was just, a talking point of maybe we will start to see some volume die down. But that's really interesting. I didn't know everything that you just said right there. That is really, really good alpha. Thank you, man. Hell yeah.
Cheers.
No, that just got me even more excited.
So you guys, you didn't even show off the Vespa that I really wanted. Just any Vespa.
Let's get to it.
Hold on.
My favorite Vespa. Yeah, those are the steampunk bikes.
Yeah.
Tron bikes.
Tron, yeah. There it is. Floyd.
Yeah,
old Floyd right there.
So, we have the Floyd, we have the Medusa. I think my favorite Vespa would be the Medusa, but the Floyd is pretty cool as well. We got the blue Kraken with a nice detail. Yeah, this is one of the first sneaks we ever released, and it's been my favorite since.
No,
you see cool, the Kraken blue has some detail to it.
The Kraken blue.
Oh. Yeah, see that?
Oh, the Kraken, the tentacles. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that Disney movie where they try to buy the Vespa so that they can drive around? Maybe it's not Disney. He's like, Silencio, Bruno. You know what?
Well, it's got to be Bruno, right?
I don't think it's called Bruno, is it?
No, it's not called Bruno.
No.
It just came out.
The fish people, they turn into fish when they're in the water. Anyways, that's what reminds me of a Vespa. Like the whole movie's about getting a Vespa so that they can travel or fly around the world because they think it's like you can fly in a Vespa. But
Finding Nemo?
Get out of here.
Said fish people. Dude, I've never heard of this. Luca.
No. Luca, yes. Greed Malcoin, dude. What's up, homie? Greed Malcoin, dude. He shouted me out or he like hooked me up in the Discord and let me know. He was like, dude, you got to check out that Twitter space with Milk, because I had just made a video and I saw it and I was like, dang, like if anybody knows, you know, Milk did not do too well. That was a giant cluster F. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think, okay, so they are from a different country where did they struggle to speak English, or was there a syntax error? I did not get to see the space. I only heard about it. Okay.
It was bad.
That's what I heard. It was not great. Did they speak fluent, or was there?
They spoke fine. He spoke perfect English, in my opinion. I can't even remember if there was an accent, to be honest. But the thing that really made me upset was like the first question. It was like one of the first questions. They're like, "Have you spoken with a lawyer?" And he was like, "Well, I spoke to a friend who spoke to a lawyer, and basically we're fine." And I was like, "Oh." Like,
I'm out.
Dude, no. Yeah, exactly. Like, dude, this is people's money. Like, I don't know. I would have rather if you said like I spoke with a lawyer, but nothing's set in stone yet. Like, that's fine. Like, I don't know. It to me just seemed extremely rushed. And I was just not about that project.
Yeah.
But we can move on.
I think they admitted that it was a sort of rush. I mean, at first they said they would have only the 100 pieces, right? The one of ones. But then after that sold out and floor came, what I think was 8,000. And then they announced the 10K drop.
Right. And you can see these were 7,000 before that Twitter space.
And they look funny.
Yeah.
Like
they look great.
Funny. I like them. They honestly really look good. If they would have not messed up with the 10K drop, you know, if they would have remained with just this, I might have tried to grab one. You know, they're nice. But not now, not anymore. They turned me off.
And one of the things that he said that I kind of liked and didn't like was he was like, you know, it's a bull market and nobody should miss this opportunity. It's like, you're right, but it would be, you know, you should have planned for it. You know, don't just make a mint because it's a good opportunity. That sounds like a cash grab. You know, like he basically said it.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I don't know. He needed to hire somebody maybe to do the Twitter space for him. But even beyond that, it just should have been planned better. But yeah. Anyways, that was my shout out to Greed Malcoin. Everybody go follow him on Twitter.
So yeah. So what are you looking forward to probably the most? When do the motorcycles drop for those who might just be looking at the project right now for the first time? Obviously pick up a regular Bad Fox, right? Just because rarity does not matter, right? Everybody is equal. That's one thing that I did like. It was like, so it doesn't matter what you held, like no matter what I minted, it was a good thing. You know what I mean? I felt like it was valuable, you know? And so that was very, very interesting. I think I appreciated that myself because my luck with mints is pretty terrible. You know, obviously you have the Bad Fox Motorcycle Club, which is out right now. You know, you can pick it up on secondary or whatever. When do the motorcycles drop?
So the motorcycles drop on November 11th or 11/11. They will have the same window as the Foxes. So that means that the pre-sale will start at 7 a.m. UTC for 12 hours. And then the public sale starts at 7 p.m. UTC. Now, the mint price is 85 ADA for both tiers. To get whitelist, you have to hold Foxes. So for every 3 Foxes that you own, you can mint 1 motorcycle in the pre-sale. If someone is an OG, they can mint 1 extra regardless of what they hold. only if you're an OG, you have to register on site, okay, for the +1. If you're not an OG, you're holding, and you just want to get your whitelist as a holder, just hold. That's all you have to do. Just a couple of days before the mint, there'll be a snapshot. The addresses and the amounts will all be posted so everyone can see. But all you have to do basically is hold, and then on mint day, you have to connect with your holding wallet. That's basically it. So yeah, November 11, 85 ADA. Every 3 Fox is 1 motorcycle. And the supply is 3,000, so half the Fox supply, which is also why the motorcycles are 2 shares in the royalty distribution rather than 1 as the Foxes. And just for comparison's sake, you can compare to, let's say, Bosscat Rocket Club, right? So they have the cats, they have the rockets and parts. Now, there are less parts and assembled rockets than the cats, which is also why they have a higher floor price and also accumulate more boss tokens daily. So it's normal to have the second collection earn a bit more in this case.
Gotcha. And for those inside the US, if you work for a state-run facility, it is a government holiday. So there's no excuse not to mint, period, end of story. Do it for the veterans. Do it for the veterans out there, baby. You know, it's going to be a good time. Yeah.
Are you a veteran?
I am not. I am not that brave. You know what I mean? So yeah, but I have people in my family that serve or whatever, and so you know, it's kind of interesting to see that dynamic, you know, because they've gone on to work at jobs for defense companies like Raytheon and stuff like that, and so it's very different. So yeah.
Yeah, in Israel, it's also different. I'm from Israel, and over here, the law says that as soon as you are 18 and you finish high school, you have to join the army. So usually girls have 2 years, 8 months of service, and males have about maybe half a year longer. Of course, that's for the shortest term of service. Some may even go, I don't know, study for a bit. Maybe they go into something technical in the army. So that requires a few more years. But everybody basically has to join the army, and that's pretty crazy. I mean, I could see why, right? Such a small country under such big threats, we kind of need it. But yeah. I mean, my sister went to the army. She enjoyed. She was a driver. She had this hammer or Hummer, whatever you call it, and she was driving around and stuff like that. I didn't do the army though. I took a different route. I won't go into details, but eventually that led me into the tech world.
You have to get a little certificate like I was born with 6 fingers or something weird like.
Usually something like that, yeah.
No, that's awesome, man. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you didn't have to go through that, but also respect everybody who does, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
So they want to know, is that soda or is that water that you're drinking?
I'm drinking water. It's just plain water.
Okay.
It's in Hebrew, but it's water.
And where are you from again? Sorry.
Israel, Tel Aviv.
Okay. Excellent. What so right now is your springtime, is that correct?
What?
What season do you have seasons in Israel? Or is it all just straight up hot there?
No, it's hot most of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, spring and fall are not really existent. It's like you have most of the time hot and humid, and then all of a sudden it's rainy. But then when the rain stops, it can even be sunny and hot again, even during that winter time. So I mean, not always, but many times. Winter is also very short. There's not much rain. When it does, it's very windy because most of the country here is along the shore, this coast. So we have lots of that wind coming from the from the sea. But yeah, no, it's mostly hot here. I can't stand the weather. This is one of the main reasons why I want to move back to Holland in the near future.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you too, though, and just to dive away a little bit. Now with all the other collections like Boss Cat and such, there were always parts, and then you would take those parts and make a full, whatever. But you decided, nah, like we're just gonna go straight motorcycle. What was your thought process behind that?
Okay. Of course, I'm a DJ myself, right? I invest, I collect. I hate parts. If I buy an NFT, I want to buy it because it looks good as it is, right? So that's one of the main reasons. I do not want to buy parts. I'm also not going to be the one to sell parts. So we decided to go with complete vehicles and make them even more unique by giving them traits. So instead of having, well, in this case, you talk about Boss Cat, and instead of having like one rocket with just few skins, you have 10 different bike models with almost 100 skins and almost 80 traits, and add a whole bunch of beautiful backgrounds to it. It's its own generative collection. Imagine an animal PFP collection that has 10 animals within the 3,000 units. That's a lot of work. And yeah, we decided to go for that way because the art, it's simply art, right? I mean, utility is still the same either way. I mean, rocket parts, they still earn some tokens and stuff like that with Boss Cats. But yeah, simply art, right?
Yeah, no, I like that because at the end of the day, like you said, there's way more variety in your collection than in something like Boss Cat. Not that that has to be something, but going with that route, it gives you that flexibility of having more unique art. And I like that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I wanna say too, we only have an hour today, so we're about 37-ish minutes in. We're going to be giving away 2 Bad Foxes. Let me go over and show, where is it actually? Boom. So we're going to be giving away 2 of these foxes. I'm not sure which ones yet. Let's just say these 2, and then I'll give away the other 2 in the Discord. One will be to holders, and one will be to anybody who joins. I'll set those up later. My Discord link is in the description below. All of Ben's stuff is in the description below as well. But we're also giving away this ADA handle for 11/11/22, which is the mint date for the motorcycles. So the way that I want, yeah, thanks to Bourbon, by the way. So shout outs to Bourbon.
Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo Bourbon. He's the one who donated this for the giveaway last second. So huge shout outs to him. The way that I want to do this is you guys need to post your Discord with your number in the chat, and then I will pick somebody randomly, and that'll be the winner. And I'll pick 2 winners. No, 3 winners. So we'll do that in probably about maybe like 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Yep. So
I just wanted to give a shout out, if I could. You see in chat Kester Blessed?
Yes.
That's one of the team members of Stag Alliance.
Oh, shout out Stag Alliance. They hit me up, and I actually wasn't able to get them on the stream because we were doing Monday nights at 9 p.m. But now we're actually doing now at 12, noontime. So Stag Alliance, hit me up again, please, because I did want to get you on the channel. So yeah. Sorry that it didn't work out before, but definitely want to get you on now. But yeah, everybody post your Discords in the chat, and in about 5 minutes, I will pick the winners.
And so this is the first giveaway live on stream, I want to say.
We may have done something before, but I've never really liked the way that it worked out because it's hard to determine who is who off stream, because a lot of people will hit me up in Discord and be like, hey, I was the one who won on stream, and they're lying. So that's why I'm telling people to post their Discords, because I'm going to pick the winner. And if you put somebody else's Discord, well, you just help them out. So yeah.
Yay, it's Buffalo Bourbon. There he is.
Hey.
So yeah, it is.
Shout out to Miguel.
Yeah, Mad Miguel.
What's up, Miguel?
Wow.
Yeah.
We got Ghost in here. We got everybody.
Secretly popped in for the giveaway.
We're chilling for the giveaway. Let's go.
Yeah, this is my first time doing it, but we'll be using this tool over here. So
Wait,
I'll put
should
it
I
in.
drop my username as well? Apply for
That's
the
that's what I'm
giveaway.
saying.
You
No,
gotta win some of the giveaways back. I feel you.
so you mentioned like, okay, so receiving coins from like other projects or whatever. What was it like reaching out to those projects, and like maybe some advice you can give to somebody that was thinking about like, oh, let's talk to Clay about, getting Clay token, or, just even talking to creators to kind of pick their brain. Like what's a good starting point? Do you just hop into DMs? Do you blatantly like add them on Twitter every day? Like how does this work?
Well, every case was very different, so I'll try to describe each short as possible. Hexonium for Cardano lands. Cardano lands were actually the first to reach out to us. They created a ticket in our server. They were looking, they were at the early stages, and they were looking to onboard new projects. Now, at the time, they were so new. Of course, the contract, you become suspicious of it. Is it malicious? Is it not? So we raised these discussions with the OGs at the time, and they thought it would be best to not work with them at the moment until we see some results. And later on, they grew and they became what they were, and we purchased the votes. And now we just take. So it's in that case, it was a matter of mixed team versus community discussion. And then in the case of Ape Society, so that was actually a few community members or ape holders, and they reached out. They just told us that Ape Society have their staking program, and that they're about to open it up for third-party projects. And ever since then, they asked that we be part of it. And as soon as registration was open, I think, one of the first 30. You can actually see that on the spreadsheet. First apply is first on the spreadsheet. I think we were 28th out of 300 plus project to apply, and we were approved. And that was a different method, community request, then go to the project and apply with a Google form. And then with the Mad Dog token, actually their team reached out to us after CNFT Con. So in this case, it was very similar to Cardano Land's approach. But then in the case of Clay token, I have contacted Clay with pitch or pitch. Only 60 projects did so that we can collab or partner in some way. But the tokens we have were not given by the Clay team. Those were tokens that we accumulated. So our treasury is staked with the Clay pool, and we bought good Charlottes, we baked them, we bought pitches, we got the one-time token airdrop, then we went and continued purchasing tokens at cheap on MinSwap decks. So basically, we kept on accumulating. Now, all these NFTs, the pitches and the good Charlottes, we don't have use for them anymore in this case, because we got the tokens we need. We can, of course, obviously sell them and take profit back to the treasury, but we decided not to do that. So we gave those NFTs to our holders, and next week is the last week, the 5th week, where we're going to give the 9th and 10th Clay NFTs. And so each approach is very, very different, but mostly it's I would say community has a lot of voice on this. Because later on with Cardano lands, when we purchased, for example, the votes, that was after the community, asked for it. So first time the community said, "Oh, we're not interested," and then later on they said, "Oh, we want." And same with the Ape Society. "Oh, we want this." So we try our best to reach out to teams or vice versa, according to that. Yeah.
No, that's really cool. The fact that you took the clays and then you baked the clays, you got the tokens, and then you gave the clays away, and then you're also giving out the tokens. Like, that's so crazy to me. How are you? Is this something that'll be sustainable? Will you be able to continue to do things like this throughout?
Well, many things we did for Fox holders were possible because we had more public sales than pre-sales at the time. Now, if you remember, the Fox sales had a tier of OG was 42, whitelist was 52, and public was 62. So we anticipated more pre-sales, which meant less in mint revenue, but there were more public sales, which meant we had extra revenue. We used that extra revenue to give back to the community. So we had the 10 weeks of OG Bears NFT giveaways, and we had the 5 weeks of Clay NFT giveaways, including the tokens, which are supposed to be airdropped before the burn event. So you don't have to worry about breaking up your sets. For example, we had 5 weeks where we selected 2 traits each week, or no, 2 to 4 traits each week, half for common, half for uncommon. And then if you hold those, you would participate in a raffle to get ADA and Foxes. So there was a bunch of events just giving back because we had extra revenue from Mint. Now I mentioned that with the Fox sale, we had different tiers, 42, 52, 62. So that also had an effect on the aftermarket that actually maintained an average between 40 and 60 for about a couple of weeks, maybe a month or so. And sure, there were some people probably bought in the public sale, and then if they sell for 10 ADA less, then that's a loss on their end. But many whales were happy with that price range because they were able to accumulate, in cheaper prices for longer terms. But now we are at a point where floor is about 100-ish at average. I think it's between 90 to 110. I'm not sure exactly right now. What I was going to say is that we had those tiers of 42, 52, 62. We're not doing tiers for the motorcycles for that exact reason. We're doing 85 for both tiers because we want to make sure that everyone has the same invested value and hopefully maintain the same level on the aftermarket. If not higher, of course, earning double royalties, right?
That's so cool though. Like you didn't expect to make, that extra little bit of money. And instead of being like, oh, cool, like I could make a little bit of extra money, I worked hard. You're like, oh, let me give this extra bit of money back. Like, what a freaking solid dude, man. Why are you so nice? No, you're awesome, man. I really appreciate that. Also, I saw some people not type in their Discords correctly. I did make a note about it, and it looks like a lot of you guys have fixed it. But make sure that you have your Discord name and then the number sign, and then followed by your number, because I will be searching by the number sign. So just make sure that it's in there. And yeah, we'll pick the winners in about like 1 to 2 minutes. So if you haven't typed in your Discord name, I'm going to give you another minute, and we'll pick those winners pretty soon.
Well, Baba Jake there. I mean, BBA Jake, he drops the treasury handle as his address.
Actually, let me do a demo over here. I've never run this giveaway tool before, so.
This isn't the actual winner, right?
Well, they're not going to be able to see it, I don't think, so
yeah.
Let's see.
So are there any projects that you've minted recently, Ben, or has it just been kind of heads down in your own project?
Well, for most of the time, yeah, I've been too focused on my own project. I haven't minted for a while, but I've been buying on aftermarket things that got heated up for a bit. I'm locked into Lunatics. I'm a bit of a loss over there, but I aped into Ore last night. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, no, I haven't been able to mint much. I'm very focused on Bad Fox. It even takes most of my work hours away. I mean, I work as a full stack developer at Open Finance. You can see that at open-finance.ai. But I'm a full stack developer there for all time. Work from home, and most of these hours are spent on Bad Fox instead of working for Open Finance. So yeah, I really give my 100%, and I don't mind missing out on a few minutes because it's for a better cause.
So does your work? Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, does your work know that you do this, and do they mind at all?
They know I do the project, yes. I think they've also noticed how I've been a bit less dedicated to, work. But they don't mind too much because as long as they give me a deadline, I deliver on time, and that's what's important.
Yeah, no, I would agree too. If I was hiring you and you delivered every time, hey, you do whatever you want, man. I got
Wait, so wait, which one's more stressful? Like your in life, normie job, or running a project? Which one's more stressful?
Running a project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's about right.
it's your child, it's your baby, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people, they believe in you, they trust you, they invest in you and your project. I mean, you feel obligated to them. That comes with a lot of stress, especially in the bear market, obviously. But no, it's all love, right? I love the project. I love what I do. In fact, I would prefer to spend my hours on Bad Fox rather than my boring day job.
Yeah. So you got into Lunatics. Did you get all secondary or did you mint any?
All secondary. In fact, I did something stupid. Okay, I bought the unrevealed ones at around 60, 70. So I sold them just below 200. I was able to take profits on those. But then when they were revealed, they did not drop. So I said, okay, let's buy. And I bought mine 300 to 400 each. You know, I picked out the ones I like. Well, they aren't worth much, these particular ones at the moment.
Yeah,
that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, it's at like
dip.
a floor price of like what 130 right now.
Let me check.
Yeah.
So,
but I see people on Twitter. They are interested in the project. I see them come up on polls.
Oh,
I
it's
see
70.
them, you know.
That's nice. They
Yeah.
were like
Oh,
120
what?
yesterday or something.
It jumped today. It jumped
They had a
today.
pump, or they're pumping. Yeah, there's a lot of volume. That's crazy.
Okay.
Glad
Awesome.
I'm a quack whale. Geez, OPs. Hey. No, but
how many? Wait, all right. I'm gonna pick a winner, but clean up. How many do you own?
Me right now, 33.
Nice. Ooh, nice.
So Karth, you didn't win. All right. I mean, you did, but that was the demo.
Well, dude, you shouldn't have brought that up. What the hell did you do?
Yeah, you know what? Just feel bad. It'll be all right. We're gonna pick some more.
What?
It'll be all good. Maybe you'll win again.
Oh,
Crib King.
Oh!
Okay. Let's go.
Let's go.
Crib King is the winner. Let's go.
So let me go.
Look at Kareth. Jeez, so Pete.
Oh,
dude.
You know, it happened to him yesterday too. Yesterday we were on JL's stream and yesterday we were on JL's stream and he did numbers and then both Kareth and AW Sigma did 22 at the same moment, but Kareth was lagging by just a half a second and he missed out on that as well. So 2 days in a row, I really feel for him. You know, I think
he's got like 3 more. He's got like 3 more chances, right? 3 more chances.
Two more. But if he joins my Discord, he has an additional 2 more.
Oh, we'll see.
An additional 1 more. If you're a holder, then an additional 2 more.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna bring up this comment. Is this your Discord? Because I haven't seen anybody do a dash, but I guess that's a thing people do. So I'm just writing it down. That is the Discord that I will hit up. So we will pick 1 more winner, actually 2 more winners. The next one coming up.
Ooh, wow, sorry.
Alvin Lim.
Ooh.
Alvin Lim. Okay.
Alvin Lim, congratulations.
I gotta scroll through and find where he put his Discord name now. I wish it would bring up the exact message, but that's okay.
I found it. It's just under your message of the example.
Okay, I'll keep scrolling. I scrolled all the way to the top. I went too far. Okay. Oh, I see it. So this one right here. I'm writing you down. Congratulations. And then, so those were 2 for the 2 foxes. And what we have left is the ADA handle, the
Ooh.
11,
Tink.
11, 22.
Now Tink's late. Does she
Tink
get
can,
in?
Tink, if you're here, put in your Discord name and the number sign and then the number. So I'm searching by number signs is how it's working. So
Okay.
let me show what I'm giving away one last time. It is this ADA handle, 11, 11, 22. So good luck, everybody. It looks like an additional entry has been added. So let's see, has she done it yet? Yep,
Yeah,
I see it.
it's
Okay.
in there.
Good luck. Good luck. Anish Raj.
Anish Raj.
Let's go find.
Let's see. There we go. Aros 7575.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm writing you down. Congratulations, everybody.
And then also, if you're in Nick's Discord, right, and an ocean holder,
Yep.
right?
Yep. So I'll bring up my Discord real quick. I haven't made the announcement yet, but in my Discord, if you don't know, if you are a holder, you will have access to whitelist raffle, and the whitelist raffle winners will be chosen. So I'm going to create a raffle in here that's not a whitelist, obviously, but it's going to be for holders only, which is based off of a weighting system. And if you have a common, that counts as 1. If you have an uncommon, that counts as 3. And if you have a mythical, that counts as 10. And yes, they do stack. So good luck for the one that I'll give away there. And then in general giveaway, I will also use a Discord bot that will pick one random winner from anybody in the Discord. And I have my Discord in the description below if you'd like to go check it out. These will be created after I get off the stream. They're not there yet.
Gotcha.
But yeah, congratulations, everybody.
Yeah.
And what bot do you use? You haven't said it's your own custom bot.
Oh, yeah. So for the whitelist raffle, this is a custom bot created by Mad Miguel from NFT Seeker. So huge shout outs to NFT Seeker and Mad Miguel. The team is amazing over there. Might have some interesting news coming in the future about them, but nothing I can reveal yet. But cool team they have over there. Miguel actually created my bot before NFT Seeker was created. So a lot of the stuff that he will be offering founders and stuff like that was kind of demoed, and I was like the guinea pig. So thank you so much, because he did a great job. But yeah, it takes all of so like how it works is maybe this is a bit too much detail and I'm going over the top with it, but you need to verify. So where's the verify your NFT, which is with CNFT.tools. Once you're verified, you'll get a role, which will give you access to drop your address here. And then you just paste in your address. Don't look at those addresses, not that it's a big deal. And then you are eligible. So you'll just come over to the whitelist raffle. I'll create the raffle, and then you just need to react to the ta-da symbol. And then I'll draw the winners. And the winners will be picked using the bot that Matt Miguel made. So yeah.
Pasting the addresses for the prize claim?
No, so the way that the bot works is when you post your address, it searches for the Atlanick Oceans, which I'll show you guys too. Maybe.
Oh.
Yeah. So the Atlanick Ocean was is my creation.
Show the project.
Yeah. I never show this project, but BlindGirl created all of these artworks. So huge shout outs to the BlindGirl. She's doing amazing things. She actually just got married last week, so huge shout outs to her.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And now she's living in Germany. Big changes in her life recently, so I'm really happy for her. But she did all of the artwork for these. She gets all the royalties as well. So really, I don't get anything. I'm not trying to show this for me. So she gets all the royalties. And when you click on these, you can tell also by looking at them. This is a common, but all of the ones that are standing or surfing, standing upright, those are the commons. So all of these are commons. And then I'll show you, because we'll come by one. This one with the sniper. That's an uncommon. So it counts as 3 entries. And that's why it's worth roughly like 3 times the floor. And then the mythical ones are these portrait ones that she drew. So these ones count as 10 entries. And they do stack. So yeah, These will give you access to all the whitelist spots that I get in my Discord. Sometimes I do Twitter ones. Obviously, it's not going to help you in Twitter, but the Discord ones, it will definitely help you with.
18 sex XYZ. That is the wrong Discord name. You have to put the numbers in there. So yeah.
Oh God. Another one.
I don't know what you're trying to get at. No, but it's so crazy. Yeah, so show your own project for a little bit, you know.
Yep.
I'm still having fun in the NFT space. Dude, if you would have asked me like a month ago, I would have been like, I literally hate everything in this world. I think a little bit it has to do with like a career change, like a little bit of that, because like, dude, my previous job, like mentally, it was just dragging me down. I think that taking time out to really assess where you are mentally, especially in this bear market, is very important. Have you run into any struggles mentally during the bear market at all, Ben, or have you been like easy going, go with the flow, like everything's good?
No, it's not been all good. I've had struggles. Made some bad investments, of course, which led to such feelings. Of course, the general market sentiment hasn't been easy as well. I don't express those emotions, to the community or to the public. When I feel it, I just deal with it by myself. I feel like when you show that you're in I guess an emotional state, I think that kind of makes you vulnerable. And in this space, unfortunately, there are many, I guess, hawks that would try to target vulnerability for different reasons. So I try not to express it publicly when I feel so, but I've had lots of downtimes. It's really not easy to deal with the bear, but I feel like things are going to be much better once you finish experiencing your first bear, because then at least you've already had a bull, had a bear. The next cycle, it's just, I'm assuming, easier to deal with, or at least you know what to expect. It's all still a learning phase, right? When did I join? I joined the space February 2021. That was midst the bull cycle. I haven't experienced the bear market until this point, and hasn't been easy at all.
Yeah, it's been rough for a lot of people. I mean, NFTs is so brand new, but I've kind of got into stocks about 3 to 4 years ago as far as like being an active trader. I've been invested much longer than that, but trying to be an active trader for the first 2 to 3 years, everything was up. Every time it dipped, all you did was buy the dip and you were set every single time. And I think that really hurt a lot of people because they got so used to that. And that was just my first 3 years. It was honestly like 7 years for a lot of people. That was it. So a lot of people probably got destroyed on the way down. And, it's not fun. Yeah. And it's not fun for long-term investors either, or people who are getting ready to retire. They're getting ready to either take that money out or have that money earn them their passive income so that they can live. So this bear market is not handled, is not going to be handled by everybody super well, I don't think. And that's just completely fine. Just kind of, understand that bear markets suck, but there'll always be a time where it comes back.
Yeah. If I may add, I think what makes it worse is that when the market is in a tough situation and sentiment isn't positive, you have people and projects just flooding each other. I mean, where did all the love and unity go to? We're Cardano. It doesn't matter if you're an ape and I'm a fox and they're a cat. We're all Cardano and we're united, and our battle isn't supposed to be against each other. We're supposed to be together battling the FUD coming outside from Cardano, whether it be Ethereum or Solana at the time. Now we see those things change a bit. There's a bit less FUD. We see people adopting, accepting. Sure, that's fantastic. But we should not have these struggles inside our ecosystem. There's no reason to do so. So what if Spacebuds had some copied art? They're working on it. They're making their V2, right? They're making up for their mistakes. So what if, I won't go into chilled cons right now. I don't want to FUD my own bags, right?
That's not what we do, Ben.
They addressed their, and that's what I'll say too, though, is everybody addressed their FUD. You know, Spacebuds didn't say, no, we didn't. That's a lie. They were like, you know what? Sorry, we'll fix this. You know, and Kongs did the same thing. They were like, well, this is our perspective. Here's everything that we have, and let's move past it. You know, nobody's running from it, and the people who do run from it, they're not going to make it. You know, there's going to be mistakes made, man. It's going to happen from my end, from your end, from everybody's end. Is you just got to grow with it. You got to apologize and own up to it, and everything will be fine.
I will say this: if we can deal with this now, it will only make the bull market that much more sweet for us. Like, I think that you know, if we can just ride this through till next fall or next spring, whatever it may be, you know, however long this thing is going to last, right? I think that, you know, I think it will be in a much better place, and we'll kind of have an action plan for the next bull market, you know, hold some blue chips or whatever, flip the heck out of. I don't know about you guys, but bro. Next bull is flipping season for me. Like, I'm straight.
Sir.
I am buying literally everything and flipping literally everything.
Yup, bro. We didn't spend years holding bags that weren't doing nothing to just watch it go away during a bull. You kidding me? No way, man. No way.
I'm literally buying every project, everything that I can, and selling it within like 3 days. Just being the worst, toxic, terrible flipper.
Oh, you're gonna be a scalper.
Idiot. Degen, just selling. That's all I'm doing. But
I'm making flips in the bear as well.
Yeah,
some opportunities.
You can make flips in a bear. It's kind of, we're in a unique position. I feel like Ape Society, you know, with what happened there and their parabolic run and stuff like that. I think I think that, you know, high tide raises all ships, and so you saw a pump in the market, right? Because all of a sudden with Magic Eden and Ethereum and stuff like that, like, we became a little bit more attractive. We became a little bit more sexy to the people who are building projects, you know? And like I said, one of the most attractive things that you could see if you're a project owner is, you know, when Chronic had his big sale for like 150K, right? Which I couldn't even, or 180, right? 180, right? I couldn't imagine what that felt like in that moment. But if you looked at it, he could have gone to a private sale, but he didn't. He went straight to JPG. He wanted to make sure that Ape Society got their royalties, so, you know, everything was distributed correctly. And like, I'm sure as a project owner, they're like, holy shit, we just got a bag from one of our holders. This is amazing, you know? And I think, you know, if projects sometimes don't get royalties, it does stymie a little bit of the back end stuff that they can't control, essentially.
Yeah. No, I agree. I loved seeing that as well. You know, especially being a royalty distributor for Bad Fox, right? I know the importance of royalties, and seeing that, when I saw that trade, I was really appreciative of his approach to it, because, you know, it was also just at the time when Magic Eden announced no royalties, and you had mixed comments back and forth. Some were for the decision, some were against the decision. So exactly at that point, at that moment of time, when there are people who would prefer not to give their share to royalties, then you have Chronic giving a few thousands from his 180K sale. So it was really incredible to see that.
Yeah, I think I think when that happened, that was
we could see your Discord, Atlanick, by the way,
No,
if you
I
meant to do that.
wanted to like make sure, because Crib King has like a space and capitals and stuff. I just want to make sure, like, if I added you guys or if you guys won, can you just double check that you have a friend request from me, please? I don't know if you're still in here, but I just want to make sure everybody gets the right NFT.
Okay. What were you going to say, cleanup?
I think so we had to deal with Discord trades and stuff like that, and so that was interesting. Yeah, nobody had royalties. Now kind of with JPG, it was like, well, people have the option for royalties, and even token.io had royalties, which was something that was new. I mean, we already have like Trading Tent, which doesn't deal with royalties.
They do, only if the project is partnered.
Okay. And so, I'm looking, and it's only a matter of time before, Cardano has its own like royalty-free marketplace. I feel like that's more of like a flippers deal rather than people who are like long-term invested into a project, right? So if I sell a chilled Kongs, like I'm not going to say I don't list it on any one of my Kongs that I've sold. I haven't done like a private deal for, unless it was a trade. Like there was a time where I traded a Space Bud for 3 Kongs or whatever, and but that was different. If I'm selling a chilled Kong, it's going to be on JPG, just because I want to make sure that the project gets its royalties and stuff like that, and I want to make sure that that's kind of taken care of because I'm invested in the community. I'm wondering if these zero royalty marketplaces are going to be more for flippers united, you know what I mean, or something like that. People who are less
Flippers United. Funny.
Yeah. So I was thinking about that a little too. Like, I, for the first time, minted something on another blockchain this week. I minted Optos Monkeys. It was my very first mint off blockchain, and I loved it. It was amazing. It was 7.7 Optos, so it was like $50 to $60. And I got it in my wallet instantly. So like when people have come over and been like, Cardano's really slow, this is the slowest network I've ever been on, I was always like, man, these people are just haters. But no, like honestly, Cardano's a little slow. That's cool. Like Cardano's not the slowest, and it's not as bad as it was during February when it was like, or January, whatever it was. We've made great strides, and we also have Hydra coming and many other solutions. It's not going to be like this forever. I'm not worried about that. But these other blockchains are doing very well as well. So, but anyways, when I went over there, I saw the power of instant transactions. When I was checking their activity log, like, let me see if I can just go to it real quick to give them a little shout out, because the Optos community is pretty crazy already, and their mainnet's only been out for a week. So Topaz is the their mainnet's only been out for a week. So let me connect my wallet. I'm using Rise.
So the mainnet is out for a week. They already have a marketplace and NFTs.
Correct.
What the fuck?
Yes, it's crazy.
Well, so because it's built on a actually pretty like base language, right? Like it's a really language that has already been developed, right? So originally Aptos, it's basically a rebrand, right, of DM or whatever, which was part of like Meta's decentralized currency that they were trying to build. So some of the people went over there, they created Aptos, right? And so because they saw like, okay, this is worth it. Because what happened was, I'm pretty sure the government looked at anything brought from Meta that they were thinking about doing a blockchain decentralized currency or whatever it was, right? I think
they still want to remain in control.
Yeah, they regulated the shit out of it to where old Zuckerberg couldn't do anything, right? So he had to give it up, right? He had to give up DM. And
it was regulation that made him go centralized? I thought it was Zuckerberg's choice.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was Zuckerberg's choice. He but he gave up essentially on Diem, right? And those people left Diem, DIEM, and made Aptos. Some of those people did, right? And so I think it's a language that Facebook has used, and so there's already been some like development side on it, so people are relatively familiar with it. So for them to build upon the Aptos network using that particular language should be a little bit easier than frickin' Plutus, which is literally impossible sometimes. But yeah, that's my
But
spiel.
all I really wanted to say on it though was I was shocked. Like when it first minted, it was in my wallet instantly, and I could see it. And the activity log over here, it was like 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, and the floor was just jumping like tens of Optos at a time. It was like it started at like 40, then went to 50, then went to like 60, and the volume was just so crazy. In their first day, they did, I think it was 150,000 Optos, which is like over $1 million. And yeah, I just thought that was insane. And my point was just kind of to say that will eventually be Cardano. And if you think the volume that we have now is crazy, like you can't even imagine what's going to happen to some of these projects that mint first day when people can buy instantly. When people can buy instantly, like people aren't going to, I don't know, like when I'm looking at JPEG store, right? I have to wait, and let me see if I can pull up JPEG store. Why am I struggling? JPEG store. So, like right here, I would look at my collection. I would be like, how long ago was one sold? 15 minutes ago. Holy crap. Okay. Thank you, somebody on stream.
Sorry.
Awesome.
Sorry.
But yeah, normally, yeah, like that's crazy. I mean, it's not a super popular collection, so not a good example, but I don't know, maybe Ape Society or something. But the idea is that
Hey, bad fox. Come on, I'm sitting here. You're not gonna pull out the fox.
What the fox, man?
What the fox?
So yeah, like 2 hours, 3 hours, a bunch during the 3 hour period. But again, it's not a whole lot of volume. It's a bad example, but you get the idea. It's usually like 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute, 1 minute, 2 minutes, but it's never seconds. It's never that quick. And when it becomes that quick, the floor prices are going to be insane. Like projects are going to shoot up to prices that are just ridiculous.
So what does your bag look like on Aptos? How much?
Oh,
what's
I got
the
one.
floor?
I got one monkey.
What's the floor and how much is it? How many X's you up right now?
Crap, let me go back to it. I'm still up. It came down pretty substantially. It was 60 APT Optos at peak for the floors, which is like almost a 10x. It's like an 8 to a 9x that I could have gotten. Now it's down to 26, and like some of the people in the Discord were saying too. Yeah, it was definitely botted. There was like 70,000 people plus in their Discord, and this mainnet hadn't even been out for a full week. So to me, that screamed botted. However, they were doing a lot of building on their testnet, like I want to say at least a month before all of that went live. So they were around for a while. They were building for a while. And this is going to be the first launch pad on Optos. So that's why I'm bullish on it.
Wait, what is your monkey? Can you show
my
it
monkey is sick. My monkey is so sick. I love my monkey. So I have him listed for 90 APT, but this monkey right here, he's got a halo and a dinosaur suit, which I originally made a joke of with Voodoo and Ryda, because we were the three people. I think Emu was also in there, but he didn't join the group chat, but all good. We were the only like 2 or 3 people in the Discord that minted these. And I made a joke that he looked like a kindergartner that thought to himself, like, dinosaurs are cool, right? And he went to his first day of school. But this one's really rare. Apparently the checker pattern is really rare. The halo is really rare. And the dino suit is really rare. So he is a rank like 659, I want to say, out of 7,777.
Okay.
So not bad. But I also said in the group chat, I was like, I really wish I got a floor, because I would have dumped it at 60 APT without a second thought.
Right.
Or 50 even. Like I probably would have like seen it go from 60, seen it go down to like 55 and just pulled the trigger. That I would have been fine with that.
But this is the first 10K, right? Or what? Well, this is the first larger scale.
Right. I think it's the like first big mint on their blockchain. The other one that was pretty big was was these Optos Mingos, but there's only, I want to say like 1212, and they're doing very well though. Whoops, I always forget that it doesn't do that. Yeah. Oh, these were at 110 like 2 days ago. So a lot of things are dipping. But what's really cool about their marketplace as well is this sweep floor. So you can do this and you can hit buy and buy all of these all at once. So that's really
Wild
cool.
Tanks has that now as well.
Wild Tanks
okay.
does.
Sick.
And the funniest thing is, and this is the thing, like Wild Tanks is developing a lot of cool shit. And what I don't understand is why JPG isn't. And everything is open source. Everything is up in open source, right? That Wild Tanks is doing.
Yeah, I wanted to say this too. Imagine how fast it can fall if it rises that fast. Very good point. I mean, that's it's always going to be a double-edged sword in that regard.
Yeah, and it is somewhat centralized, right? There's what everybody knows. There's like a blockchain trilemma, where it's like you have your speed, you have your decentralization and security, right? So you can't have all three. Right, it's impossible on the blockchain.
Yeah, it's the security, scalability, and interoperability. That's the triangle. Every blockchain is capable of achieving 2, but it's very hard to achieve all 3.
And so what Cardano is doing is basically they're working on like, okay, so they have the security, we already have the decentralization. And now in Hydra and other things like that, then you're starting to talk about, okay, getting scalable, right? And so I think
it's already quite scalable. For example, with the royalty distribution we did, 817 recipient addresses got their royalties in only 8 transactions. I could have done it in 1, but I bundled them in smaller ones.
Yeah.
You have transaction builders, and one single transaction can send to hundreds of addresses at once. And the fee is just a fee of 1 transaction.
Yeah,
that's smart too. That's like, going to be so beneficial.
So what I was going to say, Wild Tanks, right? Everything that they do is open source, correct?
Yeah.
And so what I don't understand, and maybe I'm ignorant to it. I mean, you being a back-end developer and stuff, why isn't JPG taking these tools and implementing them to where we have a sweep functionality or a bundle functionality already?
They have a deal with CNFT Jungle. I won't say who told me, but there's a secret deal happening behind the scenes. JPEG gave Jungle Predator some specific access points, which allows Jungle to see listings before they're actually listed. So you know how many times you can find, let's say, an asset was bought or something or sold, and it's not even in the activity tab. It's because of those sniping tools from Jungle Predator. I would say that's probably they have some business there behind it.
So if that's the case, then with NFT Seeker, who's building a sniping tool, will that have conflictions?
NFT Seeker would be behind. Jungle would be sniping first because they would see the listing before it actually hits the marketplace. So they're able to snipe it from on-chain, if you know what I mean.
So you can, but the public can't see, or can they? Can the public see Jungle's data? Can they use it like they would use NFT Seeker and use the sniping tool, or is that not out yet?
You have to pay for that feature with Jungle.
Okay.
I don't know if you could see the data. I mean, you could probably see it on chain, right? It's not recorded on JPEG servers because it's sniped before it actually hit the JPEG marketplace.
So here we have Seeker in here right now. Melon has said they don't get priority access, contract scraping. Okay.
Contract scraping.
So in theory,
scraping is a web technology where you would have a bot that would, open up a browser or emulate a browser, and it would interact with the browser as if you were the user. So in this case, it sounds like perhaps maybe you need to provide a signature, so then the web scraper can click and sign for you, which is also not as efficient as this example I gave.
Okay. That's interesting. That's a whole can of worms right there. I definitely need to think about all of that.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know how I feel. I like NFT Seeker myself. You know, I used Jungle this week a little bit when Ori was dropping.
Look. We have Alpha. Miguel says we can do that too.
Okay.
Mad Miguel? Okay.
No, I'm gonna continue to speak with Mad Miguel. Me and him got a lot to talk about, so that's awesome.
So I noticed the lunatics, you know, little quackheads, were using NFT Seeker, right? And I feel like this is just me, and I'm just going to tell you this right now. I appreciate NFT Seeker, I think, a little bit more, you know, just because like of number one, they're kind of grassroots campaign, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like more wholesome situation going on. And so I definitely like NFT Seeker. Sniping tools and stuff like this, and then like back end deals and stuff like that. It's not good. And
No.
So what I'd like to see is somebody, I mean, even if it's not JPG, somebody come out with these tools, somebody come out with, the bundles, the sweep floor. Like, do you want to buy this? I have this much to spend. I want you to sweep the floor with this and pick up every single asset. That's when like moves like that, you're making things so much better, right? Add a cart to where it's like multiple projects, and then boom, you sign once. Like
that's coming though. JPEG Store, they have in plan bundle listings, I think, bundle purchases. They mentioned all sorts of new contracts that are under works. For reference, if anyone wants to know exactly what they're working on, Blake spoke about the upcoming contracts and the interview he had with Cardano Thor before CNFT Con. So if anyone is able to locate the video, you should find the information there.
And I know it's different with the latest upgrade. It's kind of changed everything. Like, I get it. You know, I'm very impatient. Like, we're behind or whatever. You know, I feel like this stuff somebody should have already thought about this beforehand. Talk to whoever it takes to get it implemented, you know? And maybe that's just me short-sighted thinking and stuff like that and being impatient, but it's like, this is the way the market moves, right? We're falling behind again, just like we were with CNFT.io. And I like DJ and Travis. I like Blake. I like everybody that's over there, and I appreciate it. Dude, they changed the game for CNFTs for sure by coming out with this marketplace and making smart contracts and everything. But it seems like we're at a point where we're lagging again. You know what I'm saying?
What I personally want is price history and trading history. Like, I guess trading history is somewhat here, right?
No, it is. Yeah, from a certain point. Not the entire history, but yes.
Right. And I get it. When did these must have just came in, right? Price history.
It was like a month ago.
Month ago. Okay. Well, then never mind. I'm happy that that's there. I still feel like it took a little bit too long, but nitpicky shit, I guess. No big deal. But yeah, there could definitely be bundles. Like Epoch already has bundles. You know, it seems like Tangs already has their sweeping the floor thing. So there's just a lot of tools that could be here.
Dude, Tangs has so much, dude. Like Tokyo Dave from the project kind of rubbed me the wrong way during certain situations, you know. I got over it and I saw like what they were building and the fact that they were open source, that it was like, okay, everything's good. Like, we're fine. You know, I feel like it'd be something worth looking into, just because from what it seems like they're developing some really cool stuff. They even have an app for your phone, you know, which is pretty cool. And, you know, having real world applications is a big deal, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've downloaded my first application called WeWrite. We is we and three, like W and three. So it's and they minted at the time that Equine minted for the same price, 250 ADA. So I got my cycler and my rider, but right now I can take my bike and with the app I just go on a ride and I earn crypto for cycling.
Nice.
That's pretty
Move
cool.
to earn. That's move to earn. I love that.
Crypto slashers, like, they so fugly though.
These are the riders. If you scroll down, you would find the cyclers,
Right.
the bikes. Mm-hmm.
Maybe I can search it from here, right? Or no?
You have one just on the next row. Next row, there's a bike. Oh,
There
we
it
go.
For 100.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
They look cool.
So that's cool.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Some people, I see crypto in there saying they look fugly. I don't think they look too ugly, to be honest. I don't have a problem with the art. They got the big
different
body,
than
small
ugly
head type of thing.
No
Huh?
different.
I
No
think
different than
they're-
ugly bros, dude. If you bought an ugly bro, there you shouldn't have a problem buying this.
Oh, you're talking about
Wild
wild tangs.
Tangs,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I was gonna say these look fine to me.
Yeah, I think with Wild Tangs, it's like less about the art, more about the utility of it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And I don't think what you said earlier, like they rubbed you the wrong way at first. I don't think there's anything wrong with being skeptical or like not liking a project right away. Honestly, like the first time I hear about a project, my first thought is like, how much are you trying to scam people? And then it like slowly degrades away to like, okay, I believe what you're telling me now. I've just talked to so many people and I'm like so nervous to like, you know, like trust blindly. Honestly, the first time I hear a new project, I'm just like, that's just what I think. I'm just like, okay. Like
I want to
who
know
you are.
exactly how it is. You are going to fuck me on this, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it
No,
is, man.
no, it was just one person. It was Tokyo Dave. Just rubbed me the wrong way. Just one person. Not Wild Tangs, just Dave. And that's it. Like these just look funny, dude. Like
Yeah, they do look funny.
they do look pretty cool.
Yeah. No, there are some that are nice, but the ones with the cap, for example, I'm less of a fan of those.
The cap.
That's
Hats.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I don't like about trades is when you have trades that reflect the project brand. So in this case, a Tang's cap, or in Chilled Kong's case, you would have the T-shirt with the Kong logo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So these are the sort of trades on as an individual I'm less attracted to.
So you don't like my Play Nation hat, huh?
Oh no, that's come on. You talking about Clay Nation, man? Talking about Clay Nation. I've been sweeping floors for who knows how long. I had to force myself to love the floors.
I gotta give you some crap, man. I love my clays. But yeah, guys, we actually went over by like a half an hour. So I just want to thank Ben so much for finding the time to come out here. Thank you, Cleanup, for being late to work. You're amazing, bro.
It's okay. It's okay. I've had a good time, dude. I've had a very good time. You know,
Me too.
it's always interesting. Again, the mint 11/11/2022. So coming up here in what we got 15 short days, a half a month, so just a couple weeks, and then it's dropped.
Yeah. And if anyone wants, there's a countdown on our website homepage as well.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's go check it out. We'll go back to Bad Fox. Go to the top, and boom, 14 days, 13 hours.
You
So
just
you heard it
skipped.
here first.
I just want to let you know you skipped the bike animation. Which I was
Yeah,
very
you have to.
Relive
You have to
the-
refresh.
Yeah, refresh.
You scroll up a bit. Yeah. This is two
yeah.
parts. The landing page. This is a animated video, but then as soon as it's finished, then I have the HTML elements come on top of it, as you see now, and then this is static, and the logo pulses like a heartbeat.
That's really cool. Did you make that design?
Yeah,
That's
it's all
sick.
me.
That's
Wow.
sick.
That's actually
But yeah.
really good. I do
Yeah,
like
14 days, 13 hours. Thank you.
You should see the utilities.
Wait, what are you talking about?
the utilities, you should see that section. For the 3D files, look at the key and you'll find the 3D Fox.
Oh man, I need to go through all this. This is crazy.
Yeah.
These
So
are crazy. You know
I saw
what?
the Fox. I saw the Fox. And that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really well done.
Yeah, of course, the utility section is clickable. So you can click on something and it expands with some extra information.
Yeah.
Oh, man, look at you. Oh, this is sick stuff, man.
You should try connecting your wallet next time. You would find a portfolio. What I do is when you connect, I recognize what assets you own, Fox related. I don't include other assets. But then I go and search on JPEG Store for all these assets, what they've last been bought for, and I create a portfolio for you. So then you know how much you paid for each, then what's the floor price, and what's the highest trade value, and all that is charted as well, as you can see the ups and downs. So for that, you need to just click on the Fox symbol. Next you'll have the motorcycle next to it. And you see this is the portfolio. Isn't that beautiful?
That is beautiful.
Now, in this case, it says investment 0. It means it wasn't able to locate the last sales. In that case, you just want to click Manage Portfolio, and you can manually edit what price you bought each for.
Oh, okay.
See, so that's the input. Of course, even if it did find the price, you can tweak it. So you don't have to go with the records that I fetch.
Nice.
That's really cool. Oh, I like that. He asks, is there a mobile wallet connect?
You can connect with mobile, yes. Cardano wallets they don't have a mobile data connector yet. I think Eternal even stopped doing theirs. But what you can do is just simply copy your address and you can manually connect. So that's possible. If not an address, maybe an ADA handle or stakey. So you can connect manually with mobile as well.
Gotcha.
Awesome. Well, all right, guys, we have been here, hour and 35. Thank you so much, Ben. Once again, if anybody wants to go check out any of Bad Fox's stuff, I have all of their socials in the description below. You definitely should check them out. Great project, great guy, great team. Cleanup, thank you so much for spending your lunch hour with us, man.
Dude, no problem.
You're the best. And remember to get outside, see your family, see your friends. We're here to make more money so that we can spend more time with them. Until next time, guys. Peace.